Hi guys, here from Visegrad. I'm at the famous bridge over the Drin here in Visegrad. It's very beautiful evening atmosphere. It's fantastic. I really like it. It's such a beautiful place and it's such a famous place. It's about connecting people peacefully, at least in my interpretation. It's a place where Europe is basically living and you can breathe the spirit of Europe, because here everybody wants peace and wants to be in Nato and in the EU. I think at least, yeah, everybody rational. You know, there are certainly people who don't agree with all my assessments. The river was bloody in '95. We will never forget that. We will always fight for peace. And fighting is the right word, because ultimately from time to time you have to fight for peace as well. You cannot just let the genocidal guys win. We must be ready to defend peace and freedom. Here it's of course Republika Srpska. I always say they will be dissolved if they continue like this, and that will be maybe also not going peacefully, but I hope so. But dissolving is maybe the only way when they don't want to really be part of a better future. That is very important for their own people as well, because the people of Visegrad, as the people of Banja Luka, by the way, an old Austrian town, they will live much better and more peacefully once this situation is settled inside NATO and the EU. This is of course a border town, an old border town. This is basically the trading routes. Gorazde and Visegrad are the trading routes towards Constantinople, and they were always trading routes, and that's why also they were of strategic importance in the past, also during the wars in the 90s, and they continue to be important, theoretically at least, in the future, because they will be connecting points here. This will be the border towns from NATO with Serbia. When Serbia doesn't join, it will be isolated, so this will be the isolation town, the quarantine station between NATO, Europe and Serbia. That I don't hope, because I'm always in favor of a European Serbia, but we also have to make that very clear to everybody that this is one of the options. Yeah? Could be, we never know, but obviously I hope for a different settlement. It's a very beautiful bridge. I want to show you this beautiful bridge. It's very nice and it's very beautiful. I will now walk a bit through the city and show you the center of the city, how everything, it's Ivo Andrić city, you see him everywhere, like in Herceg-Novi. And here, this is the Visegrad touristic plan. You see the Drin River, here the Rijeka Vras, the sideline. I will go in and show you some of this beautiful place, Visegrad House. Yeah. I don't know what that is, Vuka Karađorđević. There's some things, Ivica, Ivo Andrić house, good. I will find all these things, I hope so. Now let's see. In Herceg-Novi it's easy to find. In Herceg-Novi it's very beautifully renovated. The new Ivo Andrić house. It's very beautiful. Here it's still in the development. Of course, you know, the inner Balkans is okay. I found it. Look at it, yeah. It's very beautiful here. I have to be careful with driving. So I think we are already here, because this I know very well. This is of course the Spomnik. Spomnik means monument here. Ivo Andrić bridge on the Drin. The logic is even understandable for me. Yeah, very good. I always get bad comments of my Kosovo friends when I promote Ivo Andrić, but he's the most famous. Yeah? I don't know if it's an old version of Peter Handke, and they are both genocidal deniers. It's possible. In Peter Handke's case, I know that actually. Yeah? He's a genocidal denier. I hope Ivo Andrić is for peace. If not, I would recommend him to be removed. But I hope that the interpretation will be merciful with his writings, because I hope everybody who calls himself an intellectual is also for peace. I'm also for peace. This is a typical old, I call it a Kolosin house, because there I saw it the first, but this kind of sports complex they have done all over Yugoslavia in that building style, and that's not so renovated, that's not so nice actually. There's of course everything in movement. I will understand. It's a big day now. The 12th is the 11th is the genocide memorial day for Srebrenica. The 12th is very big day. It's to my best the Holy Peter, Sveti Petka. I'm not really 100% sure. And then the 13th is the Berlin Congress celebration day of independence of Montenegro and recognition. It was not recognized before, and Serbia was also only recognized, my best knowledge then. And then the third country was Romania. So there were 3 international recognitions of Balkan states officially. That was the 3 states in 1878. This was very important moment when there were not so many states, maybe 30 all in all. And these 3 new states breaking out of the Ottoman Empire, which was in many ways not their sovereign anymore, but their suzerain if you want. And this was of course big news for the world, and it needs to be celebrated. Yes, it's very good. This is now very good, 30 years. I cannot read it very well. Srpska Sabujitsk. I think that's not exactly very politically correct advertisement. I'm not 100% sure well, how you read that. I'm not sure. That's not so easy to read. I will come back to that one. That's of course, I think, quite nationalistic. They celebrate their own liberation. Slobodno, Slatino, Godina Srpska, Zaubijek. Naya, guys, that's not very promising. Eh? Okay, I will come back and make a photo on that one, and I will check that out, because that I have to also understand. Of course, it's here 30 years of the start of the war, and that should be always very clear that this was a genocidal war. And yeah, here it's of course not very rich town ultimately. It's in many aspects rather poor, I would say, but this has this bridge and some cultural objects of significance. The railway stations, it's always fascinating for me that there is a railway station, Andrićgrad. I will check that out. That's the Pejaška zona. That's in all countries here. They have very good system of pedestrian. Andrićgrad railway station, gymnastic hall, Serbian military cemetery. Yes, very good. I try to understand what exactly is happening here. I'm for peace and prosperity, reconciliation, but obviously it's a segmentation. Gorazde is the town where the Muslims have survived thanks to the British. Here obviously they have lost, and this city is now different than the rest. I tried to find the Andrić town, Andrićgrad. Let's see what I can find here. That's like a military complex. I will not bother them. I don't want to raise too many questions about my activity. Yeah, I think here what is exactly here going on? I'm not so sure. They have some area you can walk through. There nobody shall go. Some military. Orthodox church, good. Serbian military cemetery, railway station. I go back. I think I've seen what I wanted to see here. It's a nice town, very poor, but they have this bridge and they have Andrić. I don't know exactly how that works, but it's a bit too much policemen for me on the street, and possible they don't like me podcasting them into. Yeah, the church is not so well. The mosque, probably mosque could be renovated. Doesn't seem to be a big priority here. I saw the Vuk Karadzic road. That was a bit moving. Oh, DNS. That's not the good guys, as far as I remember. Krona. Yeah, let's see what is going on. Yes, very good. Very good. Very good. Let's see where Ivo Andrić's home is here. And I'm like trying to find that place. There was the bridge. And then let's see what is going on. There's some nice bars. Coffee Dream. Very good. Very good. Ivo Andrić up there, no? The bridge. I will find it. Don't worry, guys. Bear with me. I will show you everything here. Visegrad is a nice town. That's very good. And here, still Café Galleria. Yeah, very nice. This is what exactly is that? Republika Srpska, some public administration building. Yeah, nice. It's not exactly developed into prosperity, but it has a pedestrian zone. It's like the Maria-Hilfer-Straße here. That's basically Maria-Hilfer-Straße here. Not exactly Maria-Hilfer-Straße though, but somewhere in that direction. And then I will walk and talk you a bit through this beautiful Visegrad. It would urgently need some membership in Nato and the EU and the Euro, because honestly it doesn't look so convincing. The level of prosperity is more like 20 years ago, when you see everything. It's good nature. A lot of old buildings, but it's not this classical, you know. In Kosovo, there's regional towns, they look completely different now. Full of people and full of building. And also the Bosnian towns, they look much more dynamic. But here they have Bosnian flag, I'm happy about that one. Because some of them, they don't in Pale, they didn't have that, and that was very good. That's a beautiful renovated mosque. Nice stonework. So Visegrad is good. There's another bridge here. That's the entry where I came into the town today. Mozart, they have Mozart, that's always good. I'm a bit critical to Austrian kind of gambling investments. That's very nice. Over there they have a beautiful castle dominating the river crossing. That's very nice. Here this seems to be the big thing. Srpska sa ubijek, 30 years. Yeah, doesn't mean something good, I guess. Yeah, here very beautiful look. This is the second river. Very nice, very nice, very nice fortifications. Beautiful place. I like it very much. And that I don't know, the Rata, that means the war. Here, this is the big castle. Very beautiful. I like that one. Very good. Look how beautiful. It's a big fortress. Very nice. Dominating the river at the confluence. That was an important fortress in the past. Here in the south of that beautiful places. Yes, we are going now Napoleon. I will enter a bit that direction, and then here's the train station, and then see what we have here to offer and what Visegrad is about. Yes, very nice. Very nice. Ivo Andrić, yeah. This is Hochwasser Ah, look, this was still on the German Vicina Voda. This was the level of the high water. Here is Ivo Andrić, basically his old house. This is Ivo Andrić Memorial. He was probably living here and writing here. He died 75. Nobelovac. Nobelovac means then Nobel Prize. This is Ivo Andrić's house. I found that one. Obstina Visegrad is obviously here. And here we have various other facilities. I will just walk a bit and to understand everything what's going on here. And then very good. And here you have this beautiful place here. Visegrad is good. Yeah? They have the sports field here and some of these facilities actually good. The Karađorđević Street. Just checking if they really have a Vuk Drašković or whatever, Vuk Karadžić Road. Yeah, I have to check that. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I found it. Vuk Karadžić. Must be somebody else, I think. Yeah, here you see, not very convincing, and they're still very poor. Yes, so far from Visegrad. I will keep you posted. Please join NATO and the EU.